Genesis chapter 2, verse 15. Cultivate and protect the garden. A parish garden or a community garden can be a blessing and an opportunity. It is also potentially challenging. It's spiritually valuable, to begin with, just to work in the dirt and with living things. It's an opportunity for prayer, for some discipline, a very valuable spiritual activity for whoever the gardener happens to be. The gardener concretely acts on that commandment at the very beginning of Scripture, to cultivate and protect the garden. It can foster brotherhood, community building, both in the parish and broader. And it beautifies the space if it's done well. It may connect, as a community garden, with the neighborhood that is not yet Orthodox, but human. It may provide food, if it's done well, for parishioners, for the broader community, to a food bank. Where we are, I set up the community garden here in town and encourage people who shyly get caught stealing green tomatoes to fry. I said, no, that's why I planted them. Just pull a weed along the way. You'll get more tomatoes that way. It can be a challenge to establish a garden because there's the follow-through, the maintenance, trying to get people to not only plant, but care for the garden. My own suggestion is to do simple things. Pollinator garden with flowers that are pretty, facilitate birds and butterflies. Asparagus. I like asparagus because it's a perennial. Once you establish it, it's relatively maintenance-free. It produces amazing food during Lent and Pascha when there's very little coming up yet. And then in the summer, it's a wonderful ornamental. Plant things that people know and are familiar with. Tomatoes. If you have somebody that knows how to use horta, then you plant greens. Cultivate and protect the garden. It's a great blessing.